Hello traders, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video we want to look at how to predict the market for the week, and it's a good thing that the month of March has ended and we are starting the new month of April. So what is the price action telling us? As usual, we'll be looking at 5 currency pair. In my last video I forgot to analyze gold and also forgot to go down to 4 hours and 1 hour on the Australian dollar USD. Okay, it was just an oversight. All right, so let's start with Euro USD. Now, the concept that I use to determine the direction of price is liquidity. Okay, I look at where price is moving to, it which of these liquidity will price probably attack. Okay, because price moves in search of liquidity. When there are equal highs, where there are monthly high, weekly high, daily high, and the rest, price tends to go towards those areas to take the liquidity and then perhaps reverse. Okay, so from the Euro USD monthly, this is the monthly time frame, we identify this order block here. Okay, and we notice that the market took out all this liquidity, okay, this month low, and traded into the order block. Okay, now from the order block we can see a reaction in price to the upside, okay, which I anticipated that when price gets in here, I'll be looking for a buy opportunity in the lower time frame, and which I did. Okay, now we're expecting the price to have a massive reversal from here. Okay, but the way the market is, nobody knows with certainty what will happen. Okay, but since this month closes below the previous month, we can decide to see a further push down, okay, probably to mitigate some of this demand that has been introduced, because this week indicate a strong demand that has come into the market, willing to take this market to the upside. Okay, so what I'm looking at is, if price comes down towards this demand zone here and I see a reaction, I will identify this zone in the lower time frame, and I see a reaction here, then we can decide to move up and then we target this monthly high. Okay, if price trades above this monthly high, even with a wick, then I know that the reversal is in place. But right now we don't know for sure. So what we need to do is to trade a what? The market still looks bearish. Okay, on the monthly, the market looks bearish. Okay, and remember, we don't use the monthly time frame to execute trade. We are only using it to build a story, to build a narrative. Okay, which side of the market do you want to be trading for the week? So let me take this out. Then from this, from the monthly, now I will move down to the weekly. Okay, we have 4 candles to form a week. I mean, we have 4 weeks in a month, so 4 candles represent a month. So what can we see here? We can see that when price came in here and tap into this weekly order block, this weekly order block held price, and price moved higher. Now, why it moved higher, there's one important thing that happens here. Price trade above this high, okay, this week high, this weekly high. That signals what? Bullish strength. It signals bullish strength, even though we are looking at a way to mitigate this, okay, then further push price down. But from what I'm looking at, I'm seeing that the price is willing to go higher. Okay, the price is willing to go higher. So when market resumes, this is where I'll be placing my orders. Yeah, I'll look at this. I expect price not to trade below that low. Okay, just my own opinion, because we have a low here, a high here, lower low, then higher high. Okay, let me remove this for you to see proper. This is lower low, this is a low, a high, higher low rather. This is a low, sorry, a higher low, a higher high. Okay, this higher low, I will call it my protective low. Okay, call it my protective low. Why is it my protective low or my strong low? It's strong low because it took liquidity. It took the previous week low liquidity, and we have a push to the upside. So this is a strong low. So I'll put here weekly. 1 minute, please. I'll put here weekly strong low. Okay, good. Once I give this annotation, weekly strong low, I will know that, okay, when price is approaching here, I will look for an opportunity to buy somewhere in here. Okay, this week. Maybe I will do a video and tell you the power of the week. Okay, the week is very powerful because this is where manipulation occurs. Remember, when you have a candle, okay, the weeks simply represent manipulations. Okay, price went down before moving up, so most traders will think the price will continue going down and they will be taken out of the trade while the price reverse. Okay, so with this price action, I am more confident to start looking for what bullish movement in the Euro USD. Okay, this is just my opinion. If you have any contrary opinion, I respect that. Okay, as long as you are both making money, there's no problem. I don't have an issue with that. Now we go to the daily time frame. Okay, and you can see that zone that I highlighted fall perfectly on the what? The bullish order block here on the daily bullish order block. Okay, so I'll be looking to buy from here, knowing that this low should not be run through. When price comes back here, I don't expect this low to be taken. Okay, this is my weekly strong low for a reason. And this low, you can see this low, after taking all this liquidity, this low did what? Broke structure. Okay, this low broke structure, bullish BOS there, change this to black. Okay, it broke structure, so we're expecting what? A pullback and then a continuation play to target the weekly supply zone. Let me go back, this weekly supply zone here, because we have a fair value gap. In short, let me highlight the fair value gap. We have the fair value gap from here to here. Okay, this candle week and the third candle. So this is my target in the long run. Okay, the long run, we have how many pips away from there? Over 200 pips away. Okay, so on the daily, we can identify that the market is bullish. Okay, we will look for trades. In short, in short, I will start hunting from trades here. Okay, because this entire, from this line down, is the order block. Okay, from this line down, this is the order block, so it is already in there. So I do not need to wait for price to get there if I see what I'm looking for here, because sometimes price may not touch this before it moves up. So you have to be at alert and be aware that this can happen from here up. Okay, but to have a better pricing, we wait for price to come down to the very low discount level. Sorry, I have cold, so you will see me pausing the video to cough. All right, so we can expect price to come low here. Then this is a perfect place to take our trade. Okay, a good discount level. So let's look at the fib here. Take out your fib. You can see price is below the 50% level. So this is a good place to start hunting for buy. Okay, you don't need to wait till price get here. If you see your confirmation lower time frame around any of these areas here, okay, but the best place to buy is when price gets in here, you start hunting for buy. Okay, So we have what? A bullish move in what? In Euro USD. So in the 4-hour, what are we looking at? Remember, I have my weekly strong low. Okay, in the 4-hour, we can see that price is willing to go higher, yeah, because these highs have been what? Taken. All these highs have been taken. Okay, which signals, with this strong candle, signals that price is willing to go higher. And you can see on the 4-hour, we are approaching what? A demand zone here. So as I said, then price can decide to trade off from here without getting lower. Okay, and why? Because of this candle here. This is a strong bullish candle, meaning the institution stepped in. No other person can print out this, not you, not I. Okay, only the banks. So this low might serve as my protected low. Okay, I don't expect price to go below this, but if it does, I say I have my weekly protected low. So when price trades in here in the 4-hour zone, I will start looking for what? My buy signals. Okay, then I will be ready to take this price from here. Initial target will be up here. Okay, to close this imbalance here. First target here, because I can't see any form of imbalance up until here. So first target, I will take in some profit out here, because sometimes price will react here for a retracement. Okay, do you have the strong mind to hold a drawdown? Okay, so what I do is I take off some volume here depending on how I feel that day. Okay, I'll take out volume here, and then we move. So that is that. We have what you can see, the market is bullish here. Low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay, which confirms our bullish movement. We are trending now. Okay, we are trending, and this is a weekly fair value gap, yeah, which is also our ultimate target as well. Okay, then from there, look at the 1 hour. Look at your 1 hour. What can we see? Same thing. Either you just wait for price to come in here, okay, or you want to refine, you can refine back to this. For the swing traders, you can decide to trade off this for 1 hour, but I don't take my trading, I don't take my trades from 1 hour, because what is it called, the pips, I already lost size. The pips is big high, 34 pips. Okay, I will need to scale down to lower time frame to execute. So what I'm expecting price to do this in Euro USD, come in here, okay, create a kind of shift in order flow in the lower time frame. And then if you don't understand the market structure, I did a video, my last video, on how to understand and read market structure. There will be a link in the description for you to to watch that video and make sure you understand how market structure really works. Okay, and I tell you the high opener. Okay, I took my time to break down the nitty-gritty of market structure. Okay, so what I'm looking for in lower time frame is simply a Quasimodo. Then I take that entry. So that is that on Euro USD. Okay, Euro USD. Then on Pounds USD, what can we see in the monthly? Okay, I need to make the candles bigger because of you guys, so that you can see the colors, the candle, and then don't get confused on the zones, because I'm used to trading like this. This is my standard. This is the standard way of keeping my chart. Those that do one-on-one call with me know that these are the appropriate size of my candles. But for the sake of this video, and those of you watching with a mobile phone, I believe you can see it well right here. Okay, and secondly, all of these are not of importance to me. Okay, I'm looking at the current price action. Okay, On the current price action on the pounds USD, we are bearish. Okay, we are bearish, and we are looking at way to trade low up to this order block here. We have a liquidity inducement to make this order block strong. Okay, so market can decide when market open. We have a high here that took out liquidity and broke structure. So I have my protected high on the monthly, but I'm not going to mark it out. Monthly is too far. From here to this point, 600 pips is too far. So I'm not going to do any markings on that. But I know that this is where supply was reintroduced and it broke structure. Okay, so we can expect a form of pullback here, even though we are bearish. Okay, you can expect a form of what? Pullback into this area before price move on, or price can continue moving depending on the lower time frame supply zone that have been created to take price lower. So overall on the pounds USD, the market is what? Bearish. The target is this liquidity. Okay, remember we are using liquidity to determine the direction of our price. Price has swept the upper liquidity and is trading lower. And where is it trading to? All these equal lows and this month liquidity. Okay, and where is it trading it into this order block here? Okay, so that is that on the monthly. On the weekly, what can we see? Now if you look at the weekly, let me take this off. If you look at the weekly, you can see that this high, okay, broke structure. So let's call this our protective high. That is weekly strong high. Good. This is weekly strong high. Okay, and you can see that when price traded below, it created some supply zones here. We have one supply zone here. Now why am I marking out these zones? Because there's a possibility of price repricing, mitigating this for a better push down. So even though the monthly is showing you bearish movement, do not dispute the fact that price can do this, because you can see that this downward movement, the higher highs have been challenged. Okay, you can see that the last down candle we have a push above, signifying what? Buyers stepping in. Take note. Now the confusion people have when it comes to multi-time frame analysis, top down analysis, is that when they see a bias in the monthly, for example, that is bearish, they start looking for bearish at the current price. No, the price doesn't need to start going down like this. No. And secondly, at the beginning of the month, we can, if the market wants to be bearish, price can trade high, create that wick. That wick you see on the all this week, that's just manipulation. Price can trade high here, then trade lower for the month. Okay, still that month is what? Bearish at the end of the month. That doesn't mean that going up here you are wrong. You are not wrong. You understand the market geometry. That market needs to take some sort of liquidity into an OB or a fair value gap to push it lower. So we can see a leg with broken structure from here to here, and right now we are below the premium level. This is discount level. Unless I see this low taken, then I will shift my Fibonacci to this and then the new low. Okay, unless that, but for now that has not occurred, so we are in the discount zone. So there's nothing wrong looking for buy from here until this 50% level is taken. Okay, so what I'll be doing, I'll be hunting for what? Buys in here. Okay, though this is not a protected low, so I understand the risk that price can go and take out this low. I understand that, but at the same time, if I want to trade this currency pair, I'll be favoring what? Bullish movement. Okay, in the meantime, until something else occurs. Okay, so from now, when the market opens, I'll be hunting for what? bullish prices from this zone. Okay, maybe price will come take out this low before pushing higher. I don't know. We don't know what the market will do exactly. All we need to do is to position ourselves to take trades when they are formed. Okay, so the weekly here is looking more like bullish because demand has stepped in, taking out some old highs, okay, on the weekly, and we have a fair value gap above here. So meaning if there's a change in order flow here, our target will be this fair value gap. So let me just highlight the fair value gap. Okay, so this is our target here in case there's a shift in order flow. Okay, order flow simply means, you can see the order flow here is bearish, but all of a sudden we are seeing the order flow being challenged. So there could be a shift playing out, a high, a low, a high, a higher low, probably a higher high formed. Okay, good. Now on the daily, what do we have here? On the daily, you can see the daily created a break of structure. The daily created what? A break of structure, bullish POS, a boss. The daily created a break of structure here. So, and this is the pullback into what? The daily order block. And you can see once price trade in here, it moved high. Okay, it moved higher. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be going bullish here. Even though if price comes trade take out this low in order to get a good pricing, I'll still be looking for buy. Okay, but the good setup will form in the lower time frame. Okay, so this is daily. Daily has shown what? A shift in market structure. Okay, this could be low targeting this high to move higher. Do you understand? Market structure is the game, liquidity is the foil. Okay, then 4 hours. In your 4 hour, what can we see from the recent price action? Okay, if you notice, I'm not checking all this. Some people will squeeze the chart like this and then get themselves confused looking at this. This is confusion. This is confusion. Look at the current price action. What is it telling you? Okay, all of this, doing this, then they will say this high, hello, this, that, hold down, broke those structure. I don't analyze that way. I look at the current price action. Okay, current price action. So current price action is telling us that the price is willing to go higher. Okay, price is willing to go higher. So it all depends on the setup that I'm seeing that will enable me to become a buyer in here. So in the 4 hour, we don't have much. Maybe we'll wait for price to come lower, sweep this liquidity, then move out from here to the upside. And on the 1 hour, what can we see? Still, there's no much setup. You can see this strong demand zone here. So probably I will look at this zone here. If price can come in testing here, I can look forward buy opportunity. And where is our target? Long-term target, the fair value gap in here. Okay, that fair value gap. But are you going to hold your trades to that point? Definitely no. You take partials. And these days I've been scalping. Take my trade for that day because the market has not really given us a trade for a proper swing trade. Maybe probably when price gets in here, I can hold some trades, swing it to the next swing high. Okay, so that is that on the pounds USD. Overall, bearish overall, but currently the price action is bullish and we have to look for bullish setup. Okay, good. Now we're looking at the Australian dollar USD, Australian dollar USD. What is the price action telling us? You don't need to look at all this. Okay, you don't need to look at all this. Just look at this current price action. Now for those of you that want my candles to be bigger. I'm doing my best. Okay, I'm doing my best because sometimes I forget to make it big. So now currently what we are seeing here is the price trade out of this IPA, or I can call this other block. Okay, now you can see we have a bearish order flow here. All of a sudden price has changed what bullish, signifying what is shift in order flow. I'm going to do a video on the shift in order flow so that you understand what it simply means. Some people call it change of character, okay, but it's actually a change in order flow. Order flow coming lower, all of a sudden it's becoming bullish. It's a change in order flow. Okay, so when you hear me say change in order flow, it's more like you saying change in what character. So you can see we have a break. We have a break here. Price took liquidity, broke structure, liquidity. Okay, so this is a strong low. Okay, and this is a weak high, and we could be targeting that, but it will take time to get there, because remember, this is the monthly time frame. From the current price, what am I doing? From the sorry, a big sorry please, this is not the monthly time frame, please. Oh my god, let's go to the monthly. My apologies, please, apologies. You know what, I calculated that I saw 2 pips. Okay, let's take out this, sorry. All right, now you see here market took liquidity here. We took out this liquidity with this week, and we shifted in order flow to the bullish side. Okay, and we have been hunting here for a bullish move. Now price has gotten here. The way it is now on the monthly, this price has not gotten to this target yet. Okay, so how do we know if price will continue going higher or will come lower? That will be done from the lower time frame. Probably this supply zone in here, maybe this supply zone here, there's something in here that is repelling price, and to see that we have to scale lower to a lower time frame. Okay, so from the monthly perspective, the Aussie dollar is bullish because its target is to close this fair value gap here. Until that is done, monthly is bullish. Can we expect a trade down then move up? Yes, but this low will not be taken until this fair value gap is filled. Mark my word. Okay, now the weekly. If you look at the weekly now, I said there's something in here that's repairing price, and if you look left, you're going to see that is a bullish order block and bearish order block here. Price trading there, and currently price is about to reverse from there. Okay, where is it reversing to? Not that clear from the weekly. Okay, I can see a fair value gap here, probably to fill up this fair value gap. First target, yeah. So I might be trading off this hidden base, weekly hidden base, yeah. Okay, so we can expect the market to drop from here to here around 70 something pips. Okay, so the weekly is bearish because we have an obstacle in form of what, a bearish order block to take the price lower. Okay, remember these are strong low, took out liquidity, broke structure. We don't expect this low to be taken, so I'm going to come here, take my ray, select my weekly strong low, and then place it there. So that's my strong low, weekly strong low. I like putting this on my chart so that when prices are put in there, I will understand what it means. Okay, even this also can be considered a strong low because this price was reintroduced here, supply demand was reintroduced from here upward, so we should have something tradable within this zone. Yeah, if price breaks this might be the final stop before moving high. Okay, but this is low, higher high, higher low, higher high, probably potential higher low will be formed somewhere here. Okay, so we can also mark this out. Let's mark that out as well as a strong low. Okay, even this is the original strong low, but let's mark this out because there's no other name to give to it than to call it a strong low. So we don't expect price to trade below this. That's what it means. So that is what we can mark out on the weekly. Now on the daily, what can we see? What can we see? You can see that hidden base, weekly D base is simply a rally base rally. Okay, this is the base here. So price, we can expect a reaction here. So this is our target, final target for this slight change in order flow. Okay, and if that is breached, we can look at this IPA. Yeah, so there's the other zone there that we feel price should respect before moving up. Okay, so we are expecting a lower push in price up onto this point. Okay, on the daily. So if you are trading this, favor the bearish side more, the bearish movement more than the buy. Then let's look at the 4 hours. On the 4 hours, you can see I took this trade anyway. I'm going to share a trade breakdown very soon. I tried doing those videos, but I hardly screenshot my trades. I don't know, I'm not used to it, but I'll start to do that, to screenshot trades and the rest. Okay, so we can see a high, a low, higher high. Now we are trying to form a higher low, a lower low, sorry. So this should be taken, even though there's a strong demand coming in here, but eventually you can see there's no much push. Price keep rejecting. Okay, if it takes out this, which expects more push, then probably you mark out this zone here to sell from. Okay, on the 4 hour, especially if these lows get taken, it will pull back into this, I'll be selling. Okay, all right, so that is on the 4 hour. On the 1 hour, still same thing, still same. You can look for a selling opportunity. Yeah, when price trades in here, you sell and you know your target, the fair value gap. Okay, so that is that on Aussie dollar USD. New Zealand dollar USD on the monthly time frame. What can we see here? 1 minute, please. Stay with me. Stay with me. All right. So, what can we see here? We can see that price broke structure here, and currently this zone is holding price to push it to the higher upper, no, to the upside. Okay, nothing much about this. There's no fair value gap whatsoever. The only fair value gap I see is way above, and I also can see a fair value gap below. So there's a possibility of price trading lower. Okay, there's a big possibility of price trading lower because we can see this bullish order flow, we can see a shift in order flow, and whenever you see that shift in order flow, price might be targeting the fair value gaps. Okay, the first, as a shift occurred here, this is the target here, you can see, and you can see the target is holding. Okay, but where price move from here, we don't know yet. So all we need to do is to anticipate. Probably there might be some levels in here, some zones in the lower time frame that will enable price to move lower. Okay, so the New Zealand dollar US dollar pair on the monthly favors the bullish side, but currently is favoring the bearish side. Price come back in here before we move higher. Now the weekly will give us a better picture. From the weekly, since the shift in order flow, okay, you can see traded into the fair value gap here, traded up, price now closing that. Now we have a change in order flow here. We have a fair value gap here, which price trade back in. Now price is what? Shifting bullish, a bullish in order, bullish order flow. So we can identify some sort of supply zones here. Okay, so first of all, we have closed the imbalance. There's no more imbalance in the weekly aside from this, which has been filled. It has been filled. Okay, so we should expect a reaction from here to the downside. So let's look at the daily. On the daily, what's here down? Okay, we have this base touched. Okay, what I'll be waiting for, I might be sitting on the sideline until this low gets taken. Okay, until this low gets taken, or I look for a short opportunity when price trade back to this week. Okay, 50 pips movement. Okay, because right now price is at the middle of nowhere. You don't need to force yourself to trade. If this is your favorite pair, you don't need to force yourself in here. Instead, look at the other pairs you've looked at and then trade those ones until this gives you a good setup. Okay, from the way it is, what I would do is simply mark out some zones that I feel market might be heading to. Okay, we have a serious fair value gaps here with liquidity void. So price is favoring the downward push. Okay, on the New Zealand dollar. Okay, so from here, I think I've seen my trade setup here. I'll be looking for price to trade back in here. Then I'll be looking for selling opportunity because supply was reintroduced here after price took liquidity. Remember, this video I was to share with you that price moves in search of what liquidity, taking then the fair value gap below. So this might be our target here. Okay, so when price trades in here, I'll be selling. I'll look for a selling opportunity. But mind you, we also have a fair value gap above. But because the order flow is bearish, I favor more of a bearish order flow. So I will take a trade there in my lower time frame. Okay, to scalp the market. Okay, I'll be scalping in here since I know there's potential of price doing this, all this serving as inducement to this before price move lower. So when price is here, I'll be scalping. I'll be scalping in here. I won't be holding trades longer. Okay, until price mitigates this and go lower. Okay, if price move and break this low, I'll take some volume off and allow the rest to run. So that is the plan. And on the 1 hour, what can we see in the 1 hour? Yeah, we can see here. Okay, I will refine this to this. Price trades back in here, I'll be selling. Simple as that. So New Zealand dollar USD is bearish. New Zealand dollar USD is bearish. Then the last one is gold. Last week, a week before, the last weekly prediction we did, I omitted gold. It was opened, but no, as I'm talking now, I'm very tired already. So I need to go through this video again. Okay. So this is the gold monthly chart. We've seen liquidity taking move to the upside. Okay. And currently price is trading in this demand zone. Yeah. But it failed to break structure. Okay. Supply was reintroduced here. Supply was reintroduced here. Okay. And indicating a shift in order flow. And where is it going to fill up this fair value gap? So now price in the monthly is the middle of nowhere. Okay, it can move up here before going down. It's the middle of nowhere. Our monthly is to give us direction. So we have two areas where price can go to. Probably price is reversing from here to fill up this fair value gap. So this is direction bearish. Okay, even though we have a bullish move out from the bottom here, but we cannot make a trading decision from here. Okay, so let's look at the weekly. If you look at the weekly, what can we see? We can see that price traded off this other block. Okay, the other block was strong. Price traded off that and is aiming for those fair value gap. Okay, the first fair value gap to be filled is this candle. So still the weekly price has already moved. I'm not going to FOMO in. Okay, we look at the daily. On the daily, what can we see? Sweep of liquidity, fill up the other block, the fair value gap. Now price is trying to reverse. Nothing else, nothing for now. Is in the middle of the range. So when price is in the middle of the range, there's no clean setup for you. You don't need to force yourself to trade. Because right now, based on my strategy, I've not seen anything on the daily to trade gold, either buy or sell. So I'm very neutral on this pair, on this asset class currently. Very neutral, very neutral on gold. But I'll be favoring more of a downward push. Okay, as I said, very neutral on gold. It's not giving me any clean setup. Okay, this is 4 hour. I'm not seeing any clean setup aside from this fair value gap. Probably price taking liquidity. If it closes, if price trades above this, I might be interested in going long until we tap this fair value gap here. Then 1 hour, can say I'm just rushing through gold because honestly, based on strategy I use, I've not seen anything, any trade setup, because there are no fair value gap. These are price efficiency. All I can see is maybe probably price might trade higher to this fair value gap. That's all I can see here. Okay, taking liquidity below, now is search of what? Higher liquidity, fair value gap there. So I might be looking for a buying opportunity in the lower time frame to see if I can take the opportunity of moving price higher. So ladies and gentlemen, pro traders, that is all I have for this week. Okay, we have gone through Euro USD, Pounds USD, Aussie Dollar USD, New Zealand Dollar USD, XAU USD. If you have any other pairs that you want me to look at, kindly put it in the comment section. I'll try my best to include it. Though I don't want this video to be too long. It's just a simply analysis, and I believe a lot of people favorite pairs are in here. We have the gold, we have the Euro USD, we have pounds, we have the Aussie dollar, okay, and the New Zealand dollar. What I don't have in here is Japanese yen. I had to trade Japanese yen pair, not for any reason, just that I minimize the pairs that I trade as a professional. I focus mostly on the Euro USD and pounds, but if I see a good setup, just like in the AUD, I will jump in. Okay, I'm limiting it to just these 3-4 pairs. I don't trade gold, but the strategy still works for gold because gold is very volatile and the spread is quite high. Okay, so for those of you that trade gold, that's why I'm doing this analysis, and so far we have been correct in our analysis. Okay, because I don't trade it doesn't mean it doesn't work. Okay, gold, there are not some people that love trading gold, and the key is study liquidity. Okay, I'm going to put 2 videos in the description: liquidity and market structure. Those 2 videos, make sure you watch it. Okay, and the next video will be on market structure, the only market structure video you need to know. If you have not watched it, this video, I will see you in that video right now.